Everybody likes Kung Fu fighting. Kung Fu
Fast
fight.
as lightning. And all the lyrics.
Everybody's Brohood Productions. I'm Alma.
I'm JP.
And we are here to, if you haven't noticed, review Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yes. What a wonderful, humorous movie it was.
Yeah. So we want to give you our full thoughts on the movie. It's not going to be a long one because it's pretty straightforward for us. We want to talk to you about something really important, and I'm going to bring something up that's kind of unexpected. So let's get to that. The first thing we want to talk to you guys about is earlier this year when we did our reintroduce ourselves video, we talked a little bit about our podcast, the Brohood Productions Hall of Justice podcast. And we're taking 30 seconds of your entertainment time to let you know that we want to be as proactive as possible on that. JP and I don't do this full time yet. So we're trying to just take advantage of all the platforms available so that we can reach more people in the type of platform that they like to be a part of. So right now, our podcast is just through Spotify, and we're working on building that for now. We're hoping to get you 2 episodes this week. One is just this little segment here explaining how excited we are to get back onto the podcast, bring you up to speed. But this week, there's going to be an episode on the podcast and on YouTube where we get to have our great friend Owen on the show. So we want to do a little bit more stuff on there, like we mentioned in our video earlier this year. It's where we're going to do much more in-depth stuff. We'll be able to talk more about comic books. We'll be able to talk more about just things that we can just talk about for a longer period of time. And so we just want to bring the audio platform back since we've been negligent on that side of things. So next time you probably see us hopefully in our new t-shirts for the podcast, promoting the podcast. Thanks for listening to this portion of our video. So before we get into Kung Fu Panda, I just want to say something. DreamWorks, you surprised JP and I because it was our first experience watching your new trailer for The Wild Robot. Can we just take a few seconds, bro, and clap? That was that was cool.
I think it's gonna be as good or way better than Wally.
Well, we liked Wally when it came out, so I just thought it was cool. I felt it. I felt that emotion. And I know that they're probably going to have conversation like this is the teaser trailer, but wouldn't it be cool? And I'm not saying it would make it a good movie or not, but wouldn't it be cool if like the whole movie was just the robot learning and it's just the sounds of nature and the music, the film score? I don't know, it's an idea. It's not like a silent film or anything. But DreamWorks, that's the unexpected thing we want to talk about. You surprised us. That Wild Robot movie looks cool. Looks real cool.
Yeah,
Now,
Alma
what?
and I both looked at each other and were like, interesting.
Straightforward for you guys. Family friendly film. Um, our theater did have a crying baby, which is okay. I've dealt with that before.
It didn't bother me. I was like, this is a family movie. It was bound to happen.
Yeah. I said this in one of our social media platforms, but my instant reaction was my cinematic experience. JP and I, when we were kids, got to see Kung Fu Panda 1 in theaters. We didn't get to see number 2 or 3. Kung Fu Panda 1 and 3 are probably my favorites. And while this film is not Kung Fu Panda 1 or as awesome as Kung Fu Panda 1, it is still awesome. I'm very happy with what we were given. I am going to get the negative stuff out of the way. Is it a perfect movie? No. Did I expect something different? Probably. Would I have wanted something different with Tai Lung returning? Yes. But outside of that, I think going back to my first initial statement, bro, is the cinematic experience. I think the cinematic experience gave me a little bit of a different perspective. This movie is made for kids. is made for the new generation of kids, and it's not our generational Kung Fu Panda. I love that. I don't know if they did it on purpose, but I loved it how in the movie he kept saying, "Don't you know me? I'm also known by Kung Fu Panda." So yeah, that's how we know him, right? So we have heard of him. Now we need more people to hear of him. Now, did they need to make a fourth movie? I'm not sure. You could probably answer to that. This felt like it could have been something like a DreamWorks short or whatever. Um, but those are like my instant thoughts that I just need to get out there for everybody because I really thought the movie was fun. Shifu was always being Shifu, which I love. I don't understand why he besides he wanting to be the spiritual leader, I thought he was the spiritual leader. Um yeah, I mean you can pick up from there.
Well, this is really interesting. So, the first Kung Fu Panda movie came out 16 years ago. Can you believe that? 16 years ago. It came out in '08. So that means I was 10 and you were
11,
10, yeah, 10 or 11, because I don't know what month it came out.
right? Because you could have been 9 is what you're saying.
But that's so crazy. I mean, like Alma's right, where like, I remember that. Um, so my 2 cents is that I didn't watch any trailers for this movie. All I knew is that Tai Lung might be coming back, and it was so funny. I feel bad, whoever's diehard fan of Kung Fu Panda. I looked over to Anma and I was like, "What happened to Tai Lung?" I'm like, "Where is he? Like, where? Like, because I remember then he says Kadoosh, and it's like, okay, so was I didn't know that he was sent to the spirit realm. I thought I thought maybe because Master Shifu or Uguay sent him like somewhere far, right? Or what was that? Do you remember?
Well, in the
Like they
first movie,
banished him?
they imprisoned him.
They imprisoned him and he escaped. Yeah. So yeah, I for a second I thought that he was like he was like millions of miles away or something. And then he's in the spirit world. And I just thought it was so cool to see him. I didn't know in the beginning that it wasn't like the real him. And then we actually saw the real him when he came out of the spirit world. And that was, I think he's just, I think he was an awesome, awesome villain. I'm thinking of watching the first Kung Fu Panda right before bed, I think. I think it almost seems like the movie did like what's it called? Like
Full
I'm
circle.
yeah, 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 circle. I'm an Englishman right there. That was so easy. Don't know why I forgot about that. So yeah, I mean I love the that aspect. I love the aspect that Poe is growing. He has become a spiritual leader. All he knows is that he's a dragon warrior and he like kind of still wants to be his dragon warrior, but he knows that his role in life, your roles change. You can't stay the same. I'm sorry, people, and I can go on a tangent about that.
And JP would love to go on a
You,
tangent about that, but we're
you
not going
gotta grow, and I think that's what he did in the movie. And Master Shivu, didn't like uh his successor, but I kind of liked it because she had the most potential to change, the most unexpected person to become someone great. I think I think we need to realize that in this life, no matter how far we're in a deep hole, um, the better the story is gonna be when you make it out of it. So I really like the fox. Um, what's her name?
Uh,
Forgot.
uh, Jen, I think.
Yeah. Um, Alma and I will get into the cinema score soon, but I thought the villain was all right. I thought it was more about the story and the growing, the becoming aspect of it that was the main thing. But you think about the villain, nah, the villain wasn't that. It wasn't personable. Like we got Tai Lung, and then what was the peacock's name?
Shen.
Shen. That's personal to Poe. You know, and then the third movie, what I was not that. No, it was an okay villain too. I would say I would rate it the same as this chameleon lady. Though I thought the voice actor, Viola Davis or something, great actor, great actress to play that role.
It's
As
Amanda
as the,
Waller the entire time.
yeah. Yeah, I also saw her in what's that movie? Snow movie. It's like a prequel to Hunger Games. Um and she kind of acted. She has these mean, obscure, unique, villainous roles. You know. So those are my 2 cents. You want to get
Nice.
into the cinema score?
Let's get into the cinema score.
Okay, so I have it on the notes, bro, so we can
Let's do it.
you you can fill it in as we do it, or I'll fill it in.
You fill it
Story
in.
plot.
I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9.
Okay, 9 it is. Very surprised that you said that.
Well, we can give it
Villain.
an 8. I can give it an 8 too.
No, no, it's okay. Villain. I would I'm just gonna let's meet in the middle. I'm gonna say she was a 6.
I
I don't
would
know.
say a 5.5, so 6 works just fine.
Okay, 6. The flow. I thought it was good.
It was a good flow.
7 or 8.
7.
7. Acting. Jack Black always he just embraced that role.
Iconic voice.
I think every person embraced that role. So I would say 10 out of 10.
It was good at
Would
10.
you?
Yeah, it was good at 10.
Hero?
Oh,
Um, it's
oh,
Poe, right?
oh, it's Poe. It's
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
Bias.
So all right, so let's see. Um, 20 plus 7 plus 6 plus 9 divided by 50, 84%.
It passed. Our first movie to pass in a while.
I just
The
think it's everybody has to agree. It's just an all around fun, family, humorous movie.
There's some
It
good jokes in there, man. It made us laugh.
There's no reason to be so critical about the movie. Like we can be critical about the chameleon. Um, there was, we can be critical how there wasn't a lot of backstory to her, not a lot of, what's it called? When you
Character
build the
development.
character development, we can say that. There's
Like
not
it
much.
wasn't a perfect movie, but it still had everything in place for a
Hmm.
Kung Fu Panda movie.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
think we give it the A-OK Brohood Protections approval.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just a fun movie. It's a great time to be with the family to watch that movie.
And look, if you grew up with Kung Fu Panda and you're disappointed about certain things, that's fine. But you can agree that those moments that really are about Poe and him being who he is, they're great. Any moment that Shifu was in, you're like, this is just the banter that we're used to. I remember in the first movie where they finally get to the Holy Hill and not where the tree is, But where like there's the big pond and Poe starts washing himself and Master Shifu says, Poe, we do not wash our pits in the pool of sea.
Yeah.
But and this movie had a lot of that. So I just thought it was funny. And then moments where I thought Uguay was going to show up. Yes, I'm disappointed Uguay didn't show up, but he didn't need to show up. Where the universe is giving Poe a message and he gets the flower petals in his mouth. I thought that was funny. Universe? Inner peace. Inner peace.
Peeps.
Peace.
I just had to say one quick thing. I think undeniably, Uguay made the best decision for Poe to be the Dragon Warrior. I think this movie really captivated just how skillful he is, how very powerful he is too. Because at the end of the fight, he could have got out of that cage anytime that he wanted, and then literally at the end, it's like it was an easy way to stop the chameleon lady.
It
I
was
was
a
just like, you know,
it's a great ending too, because it's like I said to you before, the word is skadoosh.
yeah. Hmm.
And we got to talk about JP's favorite moment where all the masters come out of their cages and they bow in respect to the Dragon
That
Warrior.
was my favorite moment. I would also say that my second favorite moment was the goat that screams, and every move that he did was. uh,
I liked the how the villainous folk didn't understand the proverbs. It's like what you're saying now is that we could do good now, but more wrong later.
no, totally the way they took that was really weird. Uh,
I thought Poe's dad, Bryan Cranston, was funny. In the third film, he's very serious. He wants to be with his son again. But in this movie, they just let him be himself, which I thought was great.
this can go the easy way. This can go one or two ways. You can either tell me where my son is, or you can tell him where my son is. Like, okay.
I was kidding. I was kidding.
The funny. Uh,
So there's this moment in the third movie where the Furious Five, which yes, they're not in the movie. I didn't mind that they weren't in the movie because this wasn't a movie about them. In my opinion, I love the Furious Five, where they're coming to the valley and they're protecting these people, and there's like these emerald jade warriors. And he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Master Porcupine! Take a picture with me of him." And so they draw him, and it reminded me because you remember in Kung Fu Panda 4, he's like, "I'm ready to take pictures of it with everybody," and they draw a picture, and it's him and Master Shifu. Master Shifu looks angry in the picture.
yeah, yeah. And he's just like, we need to talk.
We need to talk now, Poe.
Oh man,
You don't
so
seem
fun.
fine. I'm fine. You don't seem fine.
I love at the end when the fox is being trained by the Furious Five and Poe gets like knocked down and Shifu looks over like he slides up to him and Shifu looks in. I thought that was an awesome callback to I think the first movie really.
Level zero. There is no level zero.
So
Hit
fun. Yeah.
harder.
It's a good movie.
There
Yeah.
is now a level zero. Hans Zimmer helped with the film composition. You know how much we love Hans Zimmer. And I just thought that they played the Kung Fu Panda theme right where it needed to. I won't say if I shed a tear or not in this movie. I probably did. It's a beautiful theme. I can hear it in my head. They always play it at the right times.
Hmm.
Personal ratings. Well, let's look it up to see what I rated the other ones before I give my final decision on the rating of this film.
Yeah, good idea. First movie I get an 8 out of 10.
Okay. First two I gave sevens, but I should give Kung Fu Panda 1 a higher score. I did give Kung Fu Panda 3 an 8.
Kung Fu Panda 2, I gave a 7.
Yeah, this one should be rated higher. That's right there.
Kung Fu Panda 3, I did not rate.
Yeah, that wasn't one of your favorites, but it was one of mine. I'm ready to give my rating. You ready to give yours?
Yeah.
Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1.
8.
7. What'd you say?
I actually gave it a 7 in the theaters. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why I changed my mind, but I guess it was a 7. But I don't know. I feel like moving it up to an 8. It was just
You
I
could be
like.
convinced it's an 8, and you could be convinced it's a 6, but I think a solid answer is 7.
Did you know that Mr. Beast was in this movie? That's interesting.
Shout out to Mr. Beast,
I don't know about
teaching
that.
us great things.
But consensus, so like in IMDb, everybody's giving a 6.7. So that's interesting. And then Kung Fu Panda 3, people gave it a 7.1. Kung Fu Panda 2, people gave it 7.8. And the first movie, they gave it a 7.6. Also, I'm seeing all these other movies like Kung Fu Panda: The Paws of Destiny. It's like an Amazon original or something.
Yeah, there are a
And
lot of these side
Dragon
stories. There's
Knight,
the Furious 5.
Secrets of the Scroll. They're like 20-minute films. Where Kung Fu Panda Holiday. Yeah, okay. There's more.
There are. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think we said what was needed to be said.
Family friendly film, guys. Family friendly film. Go watch it. Go have fun. I can't. I try to come in with an open mind, and this movie I did, and it surprised me. So go have fun.
Well, that's a wrap. We'll catch you guys next time.
Brohood
Bro.
out.